Hi, and welcome back to Big Crone Energy. I'm Angela, and today's video is the second video I'm making in the Channeling the Divine Feminine hashtag that is being featured by Amethyst Ascension and ran by Courtney at Aries Witchcraft. So if you saw my other video from last week, I kind of talked about various things. I'll link it in the cards. And this is kind of a follow-up because I have been in a few discussions with several ladies that are doing this tags or doing this work. And I took notes, so if I look down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. Because through those conversations with these folks, I have come to some realizations. So this first part is me just talking to the camera, kind of getting my thoughts out. And then I'm going to do the reading that is part of week 1 of the tag or VR, or I'm not sure what these are referred to. First of all, I want to say that the Divine Feminine is not earthly gender-based. So it's not male, it's not female, it's everyone can have those characteristics. You know, much like we teach folks of the male persuasion not to lean into intuition, not to lean into crying and being emotional. But that's bullshit, because they have feelings too. And I think we're doing society, and particularly masculine people that want to present as masculine, that think they need to be that way, a disservice. It's not fair. It's just not fair. So I encourage any gender to dig into your divine feminine. We all have both masculine and feminine traits. It's what makes us human. Those are dualities that make us human. So that was a little ranty, but still, I just wanted to get that out there. The other thing that I was thinking, particularly when listening to Courtney's last video, is, and it's kind of been brought through conversations, particularly with Carla at Miss Kulala's, messaging each other and stuff on YouTube. And the live I caught was that I mask a lot. So I was taught to mask. I was taught to put on this demure, quiet, non-confrontational, get along with everybody persona. And it has suited me in my career as a social worker. So it has value. But I think in everyday life it has done me a disservice, because here I am at 48 trying to figure out who the real me is, who I can be, what I'm supposed to be, who I'm supposed to be. How do I share me? How do I share what I have to bring to the table as a individual down deep, not superficially? So that came through with masking. So I was taught at a very young age, don't cry, don't show emotions. But I was a highly emotional child. I was highly intuitive. And I think that's where the witchiness of all of us comes in with society. Our parents, not knowing, because you don't know what you know until you know it, tamper down that stuff. Don't be emotional, especially being a 90s, 76 was when I was born, so an 80s kid. It was either ignored or being told what I should do better, and comes into that perfectionism, wanting to be a people pleaser, all that. So all of that is a mask. Being a people pleaser is a mask. And once that mask is on, it's like that movie, The Mask, where it envelops you and you just become that persona and you can't get out of it. You don't know how to be you. And I don't know how to be me. And I'm tired of it. I'm just sick and tired. And that's where that feminine rage comes in for me. I'm having divine feminine rage over not knowing and not being able to present myself for who I am when I want to be it. And I was thinking that it's going to be a lot of unwrapping, a lot of layers of just unwrapping and figuring out how I do want to present to myself, how I do get into that divine feminine energy, because I have no idea what I'm doing and how to do it. But thankfully, this community is giving me space to do that. So I am forever appreciative. The other thing I was thinking about was I was raised to be racist. But very early on, I decided that it wasn't right. That didn't make no sense to me. I didn't understand why society wanted that. So I definitely raised my children not to be that way. I am not that way myself. I take people as individuals, not as stereotypes or cultural bullshit that's been put on people as this is how this group of people is. So I said, Angela, you need to harness those things. You need to, whatever in your early 20s made you realize this, and then teach your children to change that cycle, break that cycle of racism. You need to figure out how to do that for yourself with this divine feminine energy. So the masking thing was a big thing, and I appreciate Carla for really, talking about it and not being afraid to discuss her experience with it. And then the other thing was, in Courtney's last video, she talked about, we were taught not to be too emotional, too intuitive, not to be dramatic, I don't know where along the lines I taught my boys my boys see me as dramatic. I am dramatic. I am kind of a grandiose kind of personality. I have a big personality, and I'm okay with it. I've always liked that about myself. But I've also had times where I've tempered that big personality for others, and no more. At least I'm going to try. I'm going to get that rage. I'm going to be like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to temper my personality to suit into your box when I am a circle. Let's see here. Because I'm grateful for my intuition. I'm grateful that I'm emotional. I'm grateful that I can connect to people and get it and understand where they're coming from. I don't know their pain. I don't know their feelings, but I have a sense of it. And that's good. That's a positive. It also served me well as a social worker, and looking back, I think it's very much made me successful in that field, and I just didn't realize it. So the other thing I was thinking about, and I tried to do a lighthearted haul, and I was getting stuck in and being self-critical in that video, because I said sorry for something just errantly and then kind of chastised myself. So I will not chastise myself. This is a list of things I will not do, or I'm going to work on not doing. I will not apologize for things that I don't need to apologize for out of masking or meekness or thinking it's the appropriate thing. I will continue to apologize for things that I have done wrong or that I don't understand and I might have offended the person unintentionally. But for little things, A, if I'm not sorry, I'm not going to say I'm sorry anymore just to appease people. And 2, if it's the little stuff, it becomes a habit. And it makes, when you do say sorry, less impactful. So I'm just not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to make my star shine duller for other people. If they have a problem with me being a star, a bright star, and being successful or being this or that, and it makes them feel less, that's on them. Take ownership and accountability for yourself. Because maybe your star is shining brighter than mine right now, but together, if we shine stars together, it's like the sun, right? So I can take a little bit of your sunshine because you will be filtering down to me. Your joy, your excitement will filter down to me, and it will help me grow my star brighter. I will not shy away from my divine feminine, and I will not shy away from my divine feminine rage. I will not. I will go into mama bear mode for everybody and anybody who deserves it and who asks for it. And definitely Mama Bear is when that divine feminine rage comes in, and it's happened before. Not just with my own children, but with anybody I consider my tribe. What I will do, this is what I will not do. What I will do is lean into, rejoicing for others. Being a soft place to land for others. I will listen. I will not judge. If you want to talk about barriers, if you want to talk about solutions, I don't know, solutions is the wrong word. If you want to talk about ways that you can heal, that you can become the person you're meant to be, so that when you leave this earth, you can say, hey, your legacy is, I did everything I could do to be the person I was meant to be, and the best person I was meant to be. I might have failed sometimes, but when I see whatever that afterlife is, I can rest content that I did what I could. I will have hope. I will have hope that I can change patterns, that I can learn and dig into that divine feminine energy, that I can use it to resonate out of me, that I will glow with it. So I have hope, and I will have hope that those things can be done. So that's the end of this passionate, divine anger conversation that I'm having. Let me know your thoughts on it. You know, rage, inner rage does not need to be some fiery, angry yelling. It can be passionate, which I am very passionate, but it's rage. It's that eternal flame that just says, this isn't right. This is not something I want to be. I don't align with this, and I'm going to stand up to it. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'm going to do the first week's reading. So stick around for that, and I will see you in a bit. Okay, I've decided to use the Death Doula Oracle and the Circle of Doors Tarot. I presented these in my last haul video. This is new to me, and this I've had for, you'll see this in my haul playlist if you want to look. I'm going to see how they play well together and what they bring out. And I'm doing the Divine Feminine Awareness Spread. Courtney made these, and they can be found in Amethyst Ascension's Facebook group. I think it's Divinity and Spirituality is what it's called. So the first question is, what does divine feminine mean to me? I'm going to do an oracle for this one. What does divine feminine mean to me? Please show me what divine feminine means to me. And I got compassionate memories. So, compassionate memories, I would definitely say that's spot on. That part of the being feminine is being compassionate, being loving, being caring, and for me to lean into this, I need to remember those parts of me. I need to, which I just, passionately went on about, I need to find that divine feminine. And to me, it is about compassion, about remembering who we're meant to be and how we're meant to be that, and sharing that with others and helping others through that journey. The next question is, how do I experience this energy? How do I experience... How do I experience this energy? Please show me, how do I experience this energy? Please show me how I experience this energy. A little unwieldy. Okay. So that is through the sun. So to me, I experience this energy by just having that passion, by letting myself shine by coming in and being that ray of sunshine for others as well. So that's how I experience this energy, just being me, and being joyfully me, I would say, is what that card is reading to me. 3, in what ways do I suppress this? Please show me how I suppress this. Now these cards are unwieldy today. They want to talk. Please show me, how do I suppress this? Please show me, how do I suppress this? So this is the 7 of Keys. And I forget this. Hold on, let me get the book. Because they rename, I believe this is Keys as Wands. But let me look at the book. I want to work with this a little bit more. 7 of Keys. Let's see here. So, in what ways do I suppress this energy? So the 7 of Keys is perseverance. That says, this book has some poems that was written by Brian Duffy. So it said, had I really so desired this bitter taste of becoming, another plate of delicacies for me to let rot, another wide-eyed admirer to twist my brow, another rude challenge from a smirking child, why is getting what I want, what I asked for, so irritating? So, I believe this is Wands. Let me see here. So 7 of Wands, perseverance. So how do I suppress this? Well, I suppress this by letting myself not be this person who's ashamed of showing the femininity, you know, to being that pole. If you can see, she's on the pole dancing, of somebody who, you know, is fearful of getting on that pole and dancing and showing what she got. So I suppress it by not fully being me, by my insecurities getting in the way, and not persevering, not, you know, drawing back, and not being fully me. I'm not articulating this very well. It's like I can feel it in my head, but I just can't verbalize it. So, and I was going to apologize for that, but I'm not going to. But again, catching yourself and rewiring your brain takes time. So I just wanted to point that out, that I was going to apologize for not being able to read that card articulately enough, but I am not sorry, because I know in my mind what it means, and that is what is ultimately important. So the last question is, how do I manifest this divine feminine traits? How do I manifest? Please show me how I manifest. Please show me how I manifest. Please show me how I manifest. And I manifest by the 7 of Cups. So I manifest it by looking at my options and picking and choosing what suits me and what doesn't suit me. So I manifest it by, if an opportunity comes and it doesn't suit me, I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it just because somebody offered it to me, and I should be grateful. I am grateful. Thank you for the opportunity, but no, it's not for me. I don't need to please you just because. So I'm going to manifest it also through discernment. I don't have to take everything. I don't have to make those choices if I don't want to. I appreciate that I have the choices, but I don't have to even make a choice. And even an inaction is an action. So, yeah. So that is what I have going on here for this reading. If you see something different in the cards, if you have anything to add, please comment below. I love hearing you guys and talking to you. Please give this video a like. And if you haven't subscribed and you kind of like what you're seeing, there's only more to come. So again, thank you for being here and blessings.